Village reefs their home, built on a pile of gold. And for the young and the old, life and work just carry on. So take a good look and you'll see that they're ordinary people like you and me. Feel free to come to the village reef.
An explosion?
At the Esmeralda.
That's where Mr. Wilmot is.
That's right. I want you to get over there as fast as you can. The Fries is the mine captain in the area nearest the blast. He's getting his men out as fast as he can.
Is it methane?
Could be. The proto team's on its way. I've got Deep Flay's team on standby as well.
I was on the proto team at West Rand Cons. I'd like to go down with him, sir.
Right, but you better hurry.
I phoned the hospital, Mr. McRae. They're on standby. Mr. Bradley's at Mari Spray today. They're trying to reach him. Do you think we should phone Mrs. Wilmot?
Not at the moment. Not until we know something more definite.
Is there anything else you want me to do?
There's nothing more we can do. Except wait.
I'll be here in half an hour. I put the sausage rolls in the oven. I wonder if I should make some more sandwiches.
Yes. I better put the sausage rolls in the oven.
I already have.
Sally?
I'm going down to the mine. Keep those lazy blighters on their toes.
As long as it keeps you out of mischief.
Not much mischief you can get up to on Village Reef. Not without the whole mine knowing, anyway. See you later. When will it be safe for me to come back?
Oh, not before lunchtime. You know what these hen parties are like.
Oh, dear. Right. Bye, Mom.
Bye, Rocky.
Happy? Coming with the cake. Okay, fine. James, het is wel Vincent. Any idea what it could be? Oh, it sounds like methane to me. Oh, that's bull, eh? No, he'll be alright. Bull is a safe one.
McRae. Ah, CP, looks like an emergency. We had a report of an explosion from the Esmeralda area. Yes, could be methane. Yes, Buller could have been there by then. Well, the proto team's on its way. It'll take them at least an hour. Well, that's what I can't understand. He had all the safety equipment with him. Yes, well, I would like you to come over. You know what it is at a time like this? Yes, right, CP. See you shortly. Mr. Bradley's coming over.
Sorry, I was looking for Mr. Van Beek.
Where is everyone?
Must have gone underground. There's been an explosion.
Where?
Esmeralda area. Proto team's just gone down.
Mom!
Hello? Hello? Who was it? They put the phone down.
That's all the information we have at present.
Was it definitely an explosion?
Feta says there's no doubt about it.
It's a big area. It doesn't necessarily mean Buller.
Yeah, it's the first time we've had men in there since Dixon checked the escape way. Buller would have called by now to let us know what was happening.
The explosion could have blown the phones. Could be a long walk to the nearest one in operation.
McCrae? Uh-huh. Yeah, well, thanks for letting me know. De Vries, he's cleared the section. Says there are no indications of fire.
Well, that's something.
Mr. McRae's office? Simon. Simon, I can't talk to you now. I'm sorry. No, I'm likely to be tied up all day. I am not trying to put you off. There's a bit of a crisis. I can't discuss that with you now. Look, I'll have to think.
Cynthia, get me Mr. Castle on the phone. Tell the exchange to put North Station's called out for him.
I'm sorry, I'll have to end this
Who
call
is that?
immediately. It's for me.
Please clear the line. It's an emergency.
I have to cut you off now. It's an emergency. Mrs. Duval, will you please put out an all-stations call for Mr. Carswell? Mr. McRae wants him urgently.
I must say I don't envy you being stuck out in the back of beyond, Sally.
Oh, I love it. One of Rocky's base camps is quite close to the Maremi Game Reserve. And one night we had a whole pride of lions roaring right outside the camp.
Lions? Couldn't take that.
Oh, Rocky loves it.
Rocky's a geologist. They're a breed apart. Thank you, Sally. They're lovely.
No, thank you. I'm watching my waistline.
How long does Rocky expect to be in Botswana?
He doesn't know, really. They're prospecting an enormous area, almost talk of anger. Excuse me.
Poor girl. I can't say I envy her.
Sausage roll.
I'm not much
Thank you.
great outdoors. Went once. Company decided.
Sausage roll, Mum. Mum?
No, thanks, dear.
Hey, Cheeser, you heard about the explosion?
Yeah, I've heard. Come in. Tell me what you know.
Well, I don't know anything, man.
Do they know who's involved?
No. Proto team's gone down there.
You want a drink, Wally?
Yeah, please, Cheeser. Make it a brandy. One ice. Whoa. So,
You don't know, is anyone hurt?
yeah, I think so. Cheers.
Nearly 4 hours since it went down.
McCrae. Uh-huh. Yeah. Thanks, Jimmy. Keep in touch. Carswell. All fire reports negative.
Yeah, that Buller. I'll never forget the day that Sally was born. We were playing a game of golf and... I must have told you about that.
Surely Quinters would have found out something by now. Why the devil doesn't he let us know what's happening?
Mr. McRae, Simon's on the phone. He's insisting on talking to you.
I can't talk to you now. Surely you realize that.
He knows about Mr. Wilmot.
It's impossible.
It was him on the phone earlier. That was the
Did
call.
you tell him what happened?
No, I didn't. He's obviously been making inquiries.
Put him through.
Press. That's all we need.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
It's uncanny the way these fellas find out. And a couple of chaps heard of Fenters last week. Press were on the phone within the hour.
Simon, now just you listen to me. We've had a report of an explosion underground, and that's all the information we have at present. Don't you go talking to anybody else on this mine, because if you do, I don't give a damn about your news editor. I have nothing further to say.
Mr. McRae, Mr. Carswell called again on the other line. They've lost contact with Mr. Van Veek. Something's gone wrong with the phones.
Right. Explosion must have knocked them out.
4 hours. Say, an hour for them to get back.
We better wait at the shaft.
Right.
Hey, have you heard the news?
Well, we've heard about the explosion, but who's involved?
They say Buller Wilmot was there.
Buller.
What's it? I can't hear you. Okay.
They're on their way up, Mr. McRae.
What's the news?
Couldn't hear properly. Must be something wrong with the telephone.
Thank you. What the hell are you doing here?
Just came to find out what's happening.
How'd you get past security? Or did you use your influence?
Dad, I just came
Dixon,
to find out
Dwyer,
what's
come
happening,
here.
that's all. Dad, for goodness sake, come
Get
on.
rid of the 2 of them. I want them right off this property.
He's dead.
You being closer to Buller than anyone. You think you could tell Betsy?
We've tried to get her onto the golf club committee, but she's so standoffish.
For the first 6 months of our marriage, we were living in a caravan. After that, a proper house seems like a mansion. I've forgotten that Flush Lou was such luxury. Excuse me.
She should make the effort to be social.
CP Bradley's with
especially
me.
the mining
We have to talk to you.
As far as the
You and your mom.
It's not that.
You think we can get your mom outside?
Mom, CP's outside. He wants to talk to us.
Okay.
Cheeser, give us another brandy, please. I need it.
Any news?
No, man, we're still waiting. Gee, man, 4 hours, man.
Don't worry. 4 hours isn't so long. I remember when I came back from up north after the war, there was an explosion in the old south section. Well, they were trapped for about 12 to 13 hours. They all got out. No one was hurt. Actually, I remember there was one chappie sitting on the jazz when the explosion happened. He got such a fright, he jumped up without his pants, and as he streaked past us, he was shouting, "Must have been something I ate."
Geez, are you sure that Okie wasn't you? I mean, we've all heard about Connie's curry. Well?
Dead.
Oh, no.
How long ago did he leave?
She'll sleep now. So you know what to do. If she wakes in the night, give her one of these. And if you need me, call.
Thank you. Nick left half an hour ago. Apparently he's on his way home.
Where'd you finally track him down?
In town. The technical college.
The tech?
They told me his writing is some trick.
I'll tell you something, chaps. This old mine, it's not going to be the same again.
Hi, you guys. Hey, Ted. Heard a joke today. I said to myself, this one's for Ted. He'll love it. And O comes into the bar, you see, and he's got a lemon stuck behind his ear. So the barman looks up and he says, "Hey, man, you got a lemon stuck behind your ear." So the guy says, all nonchalant, he says, "Yeah, sure." So the barman says, "But why have you got a lemon stuck behind your ear?" So the guy says, "Well, you've heard about the man with the hearing aid. Well, I'm the man with the lemonade." What's the matter? You heard the joke?
Haven't you been home yet?
I just put in from Joe's. You know, the service in this bar is getting terrible. Give us a beer, man.
Didn't they get you a deep flay?
Haven't been there all day. What's the story?
There was an explosion in the mine today. It was your dad.
Hey. Somebody better go with him.
Mr. McRae, when you instructed Mr. Walmart to inspect the Esmeralda shaft pillar, did you know that part of the area was flooded?
Yes. We didn't know the north entrance to the shaft escapeway was completely underwater.
Why not?
Because when the shift boss inspected it on Monday, it was clear. It's been raining almost every day since.
But surely Mr. Walmart should have turned back when his route was blocked.
He must have thought otherwise.
So they crawled around through the stope to the south side of the pillar. Took the proto team 3 hours just to find the scene of the explosion.
That's correct.
And instead of turning back, Mr. Walmart crawled through the almost impossible and highly dangerous stope to reach the pillar.
I can't answer for his reasoning at the time.
Did you know about that burnt-out stope?
Yes, I did.
So you knew about the danger of noxious and explosive gases. Yet you still sent 2 men into that area.
Mr. Wilmot volunteered to inspect the pillar, and I approved.
But you knew that the area was dangerous.
I knew there was a possibility of methane. That's why I insisted Mr. Wilmot take all necessary precautions.
Couldn't you have inspected the pillar yourself?
Yes. And I would have done had I not had an important appointment that morning.
Couldn't you do the inspection the following day?
It's a matter of urgency. It's of vital importance to this mine to know whether we can mine that pillar or not. Anyway, I had full confidence in Mr. Wilmot's ability to carry out the inspection himself.
When you say you took all the necessary precautions, what do you mean by that?
Well, I insisted to take a canary, safety lamp, and a Draeger meter, which he did.
Did Mr. Wilmot smoke?
Smoked a pipe. It was found on his desk in the shaft office, along with his matches.
Then how do you account for the lighter they found?
It's been taken along by the team leader that accompanied Mr. Wilmot.
Would Mr. Wilmot have gone underground into a dangerous area, knowing that his busboy is carrying a lighter?
He was a very experienced mining man. I can only assume he didn't know about the lighter.
Did you warn them before they went underground of the danger of a naked flame?
No.
Even though you knew about the danger of methane?
I warned Mr. Wilmot of the danger of methane. To have warned him about the danger of a naked flame would have been presumptuous. He's a far more experienced man in these matters than I am.
Thank you, Mr. McRae. That'll be all.
But how could it happen? When last did anybody get killed in a methane explosion in a gold mine? And someone of Dad's experience.
I don't think we'll ever know. Not for certain, anyway. All we can do is speculate. There could have been a friction spark from a boot, something as simple and unnecessary as that.
What about that lighter they found?
The inquiry may establish it belonged to the boss boy. As to whether it caused the explosion or
Couldn't
not,
someone be found responsible? I mean, for negligence or something like that?
that's why the Inspector of Mines is holding an inquiry.
It was your duty to inspect the Esmeralda shaft escapeway every 2 weeks, according to the regulations. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you do so?
Yes, sir.
Then why didn't you report that the main entrance to the shaft was impassable?
It wasn't flooded when I checked it.
How do you account for the fact that it was flooded when Mr. Wilmot went down?
I don't know. Must have been the rain.
When you checked on Monday, did you go as far as the area now flooded?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
On these inspections, did you ever check for methane?
Yes.
Did you ever find any evidence of the presence of methane?
No, sir.
You know that the explosion which occurred in that area was almost certainly due to methane.
Yeah.
Did you know that part of the Esmeralda shaft area was flooded?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that the presence of methane is associated with the presence of water?
Yeah.
Did any senior official ever point out to you the danger of methane in that area because of the flooding?
No, sir.
Then why did you check for methane when you inspected that area?
Because it was my job.
It was your job to check for methane, yet it was always certainly a methane explosion occurred, resulting in 2 fatalities.
I'd like to ask the witness a question. Was it your responsibility to check the main drive and haulage, the escapeway?
Yes, Mr. McRae.
Do you know where the explosion took place?
Yeah, on the south side of the pillar.
Was that anywhere near your route?
No, I never went anywhere near where Mr. Wilmot went.
No further questions.
All right, Dixon, you may go.
But why didn't you tell us, Nick?
Well, I wanted to see if I could do it, that's all. Thought I'd write the exams and see if I could maybe get through. If I did, I would have come home one day and said, "Hey, Dad, what do you know? I'm not such a failure after all."
How long have you been working on it?
Well, I started in the army. A lot of the guys are spending their free time to study and take degrees. So I thought, why not give it a go?
How did it go?
I think I made it. Maths was a walkover.
Maths?
Yeah. You didn't know I had a head for figures, Emma?
No.
Funny, me neither.
When do the results come out?
6 weeks' time.
Buller would have been so thrilled.
Excuse me.
Mom?
I'm sorry, Mom. Don't just sit there sniveling. Go and make some tea.
Yes, sir. Thank you, son.
Some of the timber supports have been badly damaged. Some had even been blown right out. There was a lot of debris, and it was obvious there had been an explosion. We also got a carbon monoxide reading.
Did you test the flooded section?
Negative. But around the south side of the pillar near the scene of the explosion, I got a reading for methane. It's about 25 meters higher than the flooded area.
Can you describe the condition of the bodies?
They were pretty badly messed up. There'd been a rockfall as well.
You have the post-mortem report. It's with the surveyor's drawings of the body positions.
Would you say the injuries sustained were consistent with a methane explosion?
Yes.
The safety lamp, did you check it?
All the time.
No, I mean Mr. Wilmot's when you found it.
I couldn't. It was smashed.
Do you have any questions, Mr. McRae? Thank you, Mr. Van. That'll be all.
Come on, Ted. Just now you can have Adele on the phone wanting to know why you're not home yet. Yeah. You keep on saying yeah, but you don't make a move. You just sit there.
Yeah.
These things happen, Ted. When you think about it, if Buller Wilmot had to go, he went the best way to go there is. He didn't know what hit him.
Yeah.
Go home, Ted.
Remember that time he stopped me from getting fired when I cornered that shift boss who was always cornering me?
That's the third time you've told me that. If you were drunk, I could understand it. But you sat there all night on 2 drinks.
I'm not gonna drink anymore.
Eh?
I've got to get fit.
Fit for what?
Badminton.
First she gets you to play badminton. Then she gets you to marry her. Now she's going to get you to stop drinking.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here, CP?
We soldier on. That's all we can do.
Without a general?
Find another.
Placing Buller is going to be very difficult.
Yes, I know.
Ironic twist, really. Finds a way of saving his job and it cost him his life.
Possible way of saving his job. It's only a preliminary investigation. You still don't know if you can mine that pillar or not.
Agreed. But if it's at all possible to go ahead, we will. In fact, the best man to give us an opinion on that is living right here on the mine, Buller's son-in-law.
Roxborough?
Yeah, if we do go ahead, I'd like him on my staff. The Esmeralda pillar is heavily faulted, as you know, with intrusive dikes. Roxborough could help us sort it out.
It means take him out of the field. Mortimer won't be too pleased.
Mortimer's got more geologists than he knows what to do with. Just want you to lean on him a little.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Still doesn't settle the problem of replacing Buller. Not that we have to go into that now. Come on, we better get going. Oh, by the way, I bumped into Morrison this morning. He tipped me off that the Inspector of Mines is not taking it any further. He can't attach any blame.
Wasn't for the want of trying.
Yeah, it's his job.
I suppose so.
The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon thee and give thee peace, now and forevermore. Amen.
Amen.
The hymn number 27, Abide with me, fast falls the eventide, the darkness deepens, Lord with me abide. Number 27.